All right, hey everyone, how are you? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the Summer I Turned Pretty video. Over these videos, I'm going to be going over the final 3 episodes of season 3, aka the final season of The Summer I Turned Pretty. If these videos do well, I'll go back and do the entire show. So let's start with what I think will go down as one of the most fundamentally misunderstood episodes of television, Season 3, Episode 9, titled Last Call, aka the perfect symbolic bridge, aka the start of the Belly in Paris arc. So much of the critiques have been, oh, this was just filler, oh, this could have been an email. But to me, this was so much more than that. Uh, Her air tag was named Belly. She's literally trying to find herself. Even when it got hard, she overcame obstacles and started understanding what she is made of. She can and will fight for herself. It symbolizes her growing independence and her fight to reclaim her identity in the midst of chaos and change. This was the first time she met some new people by herself. Belly was solving, searching, and fighting. This was my favorite episode of the season so far because there was actual character growth and a major shift in the story. She lost Belly, but she found Isabel. When she finally gets to the club and she introduces herself to Gemma, she actually introduces herself as Isabel, finding herself physically and emotionally through an air tag. This was the most independent we have seen Belly who went from codependency with Jeremiah and trying to convince herself she needs him to becoming independent and reclaiming her identity. So to me, this was just the perfect symbolic bridge that we needed to get us to the final 2 episodes. So the one critique I will give people is the one that even I have, and that's the curly-headed demon gets way too much screen time, and this comes down to the fact that these writers are under the insane delusion that I actually care about Jeremiah and I feel sympathy for him. I don't. I just don't. Jeremiah as a character makes me really uncomfortable. I have never been on his side. He's that nice guy who always shows their true colors the minute things don't go their way, and the writers seem so unwilling to call him out on any of his bad behavior. He doesn't love Belly. He views her as a prize, a way to get a leg up on his brother. He's manipulative, he's a gaslighter, and I want to get Belly away from him for her own safety. He's stupid, slow, useless. Oh, I know the cuter, better word for this. Man-child. Belly wasn't his girlfriend and then fiancée, she was his mother. He never deserved her, he didn't love her, he wanted to possess her. If he truly cared, he wouldn't have fired a firework at Belly and Conrad. He wouldn't have proposed to her at literally the most vulnerable moment for her when Steven was in a horrific car crash and she was having to make all these decisions by herself. He would have pumped the brakes when Laurel, who Belly values the opinion of more than anything, didn't approve. He would have talked to her about Christmas instead of starting a fight and then cheating while claiming to be a wreck and unable to sleep when in this episode he clearly could. Steven, Taylor, Conrad, Adam, and then Laurel, everyone coddled him this episode. The moments that stick out this episode are trying to give up Susanna's ring. She's probably actually shacked up with Conrad. So celebrate I couldn't marry your precious daughter. Go celebrate I couldn't marry your precious daughter. Slamming the door in Laurel's face. Don't ever fucking call me again. To me, this episode was the perfect encapsulation of Conrad's character, putting others ahead of himself. Even with all of the issues between him and Jeremiah, he still gets him the Gatorade, he still puts together his clothes, and he still goes to look after him. I'm going to need the let's beat on Conrad to stop. He truly cares about Isabel. When he talks about loving her, you believe it, and Christopher Briney has been consistently knocking it out of the park. We got some great Staler moments in this episode. I don't care what anyone says, I love these two together. I love Sean's reading of, who the fuck is Lacey Barone? I loved Rain's look when the demon said, "At least you picked Belly over me," and I also loved her reaction, where she just like flat out admits like, "No, actually, I'm only here because Belly's on silent mode." I'm glad Taylor finally out loud admitted to Conrad that no, Belly Jer had issues before Conrad's speech. I wanted more of Belly in Paris. Lola Tung gave a great performance, especially in the call with the demon. And I legit need her in an action movie. I love how her new friends are immediately Team Conrad, and I am totally obsessed with all of her new friends. So let's talk about two particular scenes, and that's the phone call and the kitchen scene with Jeremiah and Conrad. The phone call between Belly and Jer, and the kitchen scene with Jeremiah and Conrad. The phone call to me was showing just how manipulative Jer is. How when he thinks he's in control and has Belly in his grip, he's sweet, he's charming, he's smiling, but the minute she says she's staying in Paris, the mask slips and he's all, "Don't fucking call me again." He wants to possess her. He wants to control her. He shows just how much he never loved her and only wanted to have a leg up on Conrad, which dovetails into the kitchen scene. The absolute horrific glee when he rubs it in that Belly didn't choose Conrad. Christopher Briney is really great with the subtle moments showing Conrad's anxiety. So during filming, we saw Gavin in Paris with Belly wearing the same clothes as she was wearing in this episode. I think it was a fake out, like how Game of Thrones filmed fake endings to throw people off. There were some really great musical choices with this episode, with You're on Your Own as Belly, after being turned down at the university, she's walking the streets of Paris, and How Did It End by Taylor Swift. I also really enjoyed the shot of Belly looking up at Notre Dame as it's getting rebuilt, as she's talking about rebuilding herself. I thought that was a really great moment. Overall, this was a really great symbolic bridge to get us to the final two episodes. I wish we would have stayed more with Belly and less with Jer. Lola, Sean, Rain, Chris, Jackie, Tom all gave great performances. There were some great song choices. I don't think this episode was the wash that so many think that it is. It's my favorite episode of the season so far. So jump down to the comment section below and let me know what you think. Keep hitting that subscribe button, keep hitting that like button, and let's go through all the stuff you'll be able to find on this channel right now. So I'll be bringing you guys constant updates on the After Film series, It Ends With Us, Hush Hush, The Mister, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Sunrise on the Reaping, Crave, Wicked, The Summer I Turned Pretty, Midnight Sun, the Twilight animated series, and much, much more. You guys are going to be so updated that you'll be begging me to stop the updates. As always, remember, this channel wouldn't be able to hit the heights that it has without each and every single one of you, and for that, I am eternally grateful, but you know and I know there are so many that don't know about all of this amazingness, or that I've even been back from termination, so keep sharing the channel, keep spreading the word of Charles's Movie Channel, because this will easily be one of the best, if not the best, book to entertainment adaptation channels you'll find right here on YouTube, or dare I say anywhere. So keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. My name is Charles. Welcome to the Book to Entertainment adaptation channel. I'll see you next time, book to entertainment fans. And until next time, bye-bye.